I'm Jean Tarrant. I'm the manager of the Threatened Amphibian program for the Endangered Wildlife Trust. We focus on some of the most threatened frog species around the country. Our objectives are to address the direct threats to those species, and then another big focus of ours is creating public awareness and helping to drive social change and behaviour change around conservation, not just for frogs and fresh water, but how people think about their actions impacting on the natural environment. Around the world, we have over 7,500 different species of amphibians. Frogs are a type of amphibian, and there's more than 6,500 types of frogs around the world. Here in South Africa, we've got about 125 different species of frogs, and almost half of the frogs globally are actually experiencing population declines. This is an indication is that our environments are not as healthy as they should be. So frogs essentially represent our freshwater environment. They depend on fresh water during their life cycle, but what typifies amphibians is that they use both the freshwater and the terrestrial or land environment. They're very sensitive to changes in both of those systems. They're sensitive to pollution, they've got quite thin semi-permeable skins, so the fact that half of this whole group of 7,000 animals is disappearing means that our environment's really not as healthy as it should be.
Basically, I work for an organization called Endangered Wildlife Trust. We're in Adam's Mission in Durban, and an area under traditional authority, an area very rich in biodiversity, very important area in Durban, which is one of the sites where the Pickersgill red frog is found, which is a frog critically endangered, very important frog. As the Endangered Wildlife Trust, we are trying to look after the wetlands and clear all the alien plants, because alien plants are a threat to these species. So we're here to do surveys as well, to let the community know why we're here, to let the community know we are working in this area, and to actually find out from them the attitude towards the environment. Isabantu abamnyama, and siyazi ukuthi sikhulu ukuthi iselesele li-evil. Iselesele lithunyelwa abathakazi ukuthi likushaya ngombani. Iselesele mele angene endlini kusho ukuthi khona ibhadi ekhona. So ngikhule nje vele kukanjalo. Kunku mbona?
Yebo.
Njani?
Ngiyaphila njani?
Ngiyaphila. Ngizozwana umncane wakho. So umsebenzi esiwenzayo ukuthi sivikela izilwane kanye nemvelo yonke. Izilwane mhlawumbe zasendleleni uyibona mhlawumbe njengamaqoqo. Khona ukuyibona la ndlela.
Hayi, inyoka.
Inyoka.
Yona ngihlasela ukuthi bona nje usofa sibhequle kanje ingene kusofa nje.
Ingene kusofa? Hayi nje bangakhosi isikhathi.
Okay.
Kumele abantu bazi ukuthi if njengamanje siluza amaqoqo ama-bioindicators, amaselesele ama-bioindicators. So they tell us that there's something wrong in the environment. Frogs don't live in dirty water.
It's very important to monitor frogs to know whether they are declining, to detect trends in their population. And so across most of our projects, we do have a monitoring element. So we put this recording equipment out during the breeding season, so that's typically from October through to the end of February. We now want to analyze that data to see when are the peaks in breeding activity, are there any changes in response to some of our rehabilitation interventions, are there changes in the groups of frogs that are calling at a particular site. So today we had to retrieve the song meter, which has been up over the breeding season. The reason for that is we want to see, in response to us clearing the alien plants and doing the rehabilitation activities, does it have any effect on the frog populations? So that's our data card.
as conservation people, it's our responsibility to actually inform impagats or communities, black or white. We need to inform them on the importance of these species.